So most of the Santa Cruz Mountains was clear cut. You know, the last clear cutting that was happening was later in the 50s. In the 50s, there was everything was young, small trees, because it had all recently been clear cut, you know, like in the last 20 or 30 years.
Okay.
And so there's a couple of brothers and their uncle that started Big Creek Lumber Company. They came back from World War II and were like, we want to be in the logging business. We want to have a lumber company. We want to mill. But most of what is everywhere is like 20 to 40-year-old, you know, stands. And so, and after a clear cut, redwood can grow up to have like, you know, 10 to even like 20 times more trees per acre from all the sprouts. And so they were like, what we should focus on is, you know, improving forest health and lightly managing these second growth, you know, clear cut origin stands to be able to have a more like predictable and even supply of wood in the future.
Okay.
And so they prior to the forest practice rules in 1956, I think the Santa Cruz Timber Operators Association proposed rules like for voluntarily all the local logging operators to follow, which was not to clear cut.
Okay.
And then, you know, they did it for a while voluntarily, pretty much everyone, and then like 20 years later it became law.
Wow.
After the forest practice rules were developed, the southern subdistrict was like carved out, and they were like, single tree selection is the only thing you can do here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so these laws they're very practical laws.
The single tree selection, I mean, it's just one piece of all the rules that apply.
Yeah. Okay.
They're Iris Fernaldii mostly. So you see how they have really thin leaves? That's the Douglas iris have really fat leaves.